Hey everybody, welcome back to another review of Married at First Sight. This is going to be season 13, episode 17, Decision Day. Uh, I'm very tired. They've changed my work schedule, so I'm exhausted. But I did watch this. I watched this twice. And so between that and just working and the holidays, I'm thinking about what I'm going to cook for Thanksgiving because I'm cooking this year. And I'm debating on turkey, ham, stuff like that. I think I finally made a decision. I'm gonna smoke a ham and bake a turkey, and I'm gonna make some gumbo, some jambalaya, some greens, some cornbread, some dressing, and some mac and cheese. That's what I've been doing. Anyway, this was decision day. I'm glad they got all of them in one episode. I'm very happy about that because usually they try to drag it out into two episodes. They didn't do it this time. Thank God. Everything went pretty much how we thought it would go. There was some surprises, and some people showed their whole ass too. We're gonna start out with the first couple, Gil and Mirla. Mirla came. Her makeup was bad, but she was dressed nice. I don't know, but she said she does. In like the first episode, she said she doesn't wear makeup. It's not her thing, and you could tell she did her own makeup because it looked terrible. Gil came. Gil was looking sharp. Everybody looked good this episode. Nobody was really dressed bad. Uh, it was weird when Mirla and Gil came out because they asked Mirla how did she like the wedding. She said the wedding was terrible. And everybody was laughing and laughing and laughing, and she started going in like, "Yeah, I hated this, I hated that." And Dr. Viviana was like, "Oh, you was serious?" She was like, "Yeah, I was very serious. I hated the wedding." So she doesn't like meeting new people. She doesn't like being in groups, all this stuff like that. And it was like, "Damn, Marilyn should." And they said something that was very important. She said, "Well, why did you come on Married at First Sight if you don't like meeting new people and you don't like being around strangers?" She said, "Well, I needed a husband, so I made the sacrifice to do this to get a husband." And Mirla just complained about everything. She didn't like the wedding. She didn't like the rings because she wasn't wearing her wedding ring. Because Dr. Pastor Cal asked, she was like, "No, it's ugly." It was like, God damn. And then it was like, what else was she complaining about? Dr. Viviana said, "Well, we put y'all together because we were hoping that, you know, ideologies, philosophies, morals. We believed all this stuff would work, and that you could overcome the financial differences. Did we make a mistake?" And Mary was like, "Yeah, you made a mistake. We have different outlooks on life through finances." So she's like, "I love him, but I need a guy that's just after money, that's chasing the bag." And Gil doesn't chase the bag. And I was thinking Mary was going to say no. But she said yes. I still think Miller was very rude. And she lied to the panel, to the experts when she said that they never consummated the marriage. And Gil looked upside her head, and Gil was like, "Just so you know, we did consummate the marriage." But then he said we did it like 2 weeks ago, and he was like, "It was alright." He was like, but Miller said yes, and they asked Gil. This time, it was the experts prompting Gil to say stuff negative about Mirla. They said, "Well, you have a problem with this," and he was saying that, yeah, she's rude, she's negative, she pulls me down, and stuff like that. But he didn't volunteer it up. They were kind of prodding him to say something. But he said yes. They both said yes. I kind of figured they would. And they seemed very happy. They did not seem very happy in the preview for the reunion, though. But they seem very happy here. Uh, yeah. I think that they won't make it long term. I think they can, but I don't think they will. I think the finance, because she made a big deal going off of just this episode. I think there was a lot of editing to where they weren't showing Mirla complaining, but just here she was complaining about everything, up and down, and you can see the frustration on Gil's face that she always does this. We just haven't been seeing it, so that could be what it was. The next couple, I can't even remember who the next couple was. I think it was Bao and Johnny. They come out looking good. Bao was nervous. Johnny was nervous. Everybody was nervous. And they're asking about, and I'm skipping a lot of this because the majority of the episode was just flashbacks to shit we've already seen. The only thing that was new was the decision. So I'm not including any of that. They're talking, and Bao was like, it was good at first. The wedding was good. The 1 month anniversary was good. We did all this. And Johnny was like, yeah, there were good moments, but not enough of them. And as they're reminiscing, Johnny says that he sees something that they can work on and that maybe they could build from it. So when they ask him yes or no, he says that, let's try this again, away from the cameras, away from the crew. We can go to therapy, counseling, or whatever. So Johnny said, I want to say yes. Johnny did not mean yes. Johnny wanted to say no, but because he went first, he said yes. That was the most fakest, insincere ass yes ever. But it was his last ditch effort to make Bao look bad. Because Bao stood their gun and was like, no. Bao told him, fuck no. Hell no. And then in her confessional afterwards, she was like, what did Johnny possibly see that we could build on, do anything? Because he said the thing that, he feel like he's been present in a relationship, he's been giving his all. And I was I'm laughing. I'm like, you haven't even been there. You've been gone. You would leave every night to go home. How is that present in your marriage? How are you here working? You're not even here physically. He would show up. He looked like he would show up for filming and then leave. And I think Bao was just doing everything on her own. So Johnny's claim that he was there was bullshit. Bao knew it. Johnny knew it. But it was his last ditch effort to make Bao look bad. Like, I'm a good guy. I'm doing the right thing. I don't know what the deal is. So, and Bao, she couldn't figure it out. But I think she figured out that Johnny was trying to make an ass out of her or make her look evil. No, Johnny, nobody believes that. Nobody believes he wanted to stay married, and nobody believes that Bao was the bad person in this. No matter how hard he tries to pass it off that way, nobody believes that. The next couple was Brett and Ryan. She said no, he said no. They didn't have too much flowery shit to even say to each other. Brett came in. She wasn't even really talking about this shit. She was like, I said no weeks ago. They were talking about how she was dressed. She was just kicking it with the experts. Ryan came in. And Ryan and Brett seem like they're very cool. Like they're cordial. And Ryan was like, hey, it was good at first, but, attraction plays a part. And he said something that made sense to me. He was like, you're not supposed to have preferences, but I have preferences. He said, I'm 35. I have a type. And Dr. Pepper said, yeah, and that type hasn't worked for you. So we got you something that wasn't your type. And that there was nothing wrong with Brett. And he even admitted that there was nothing really wrong with her. And there was nothing she could have done that would have made it any different because it was all on him. And he said, he's apologizing to her about the app thing. Because Dr. Pepper brought up, like, what's going on with the app? Why would you even do that? And he apologizes saying that, I'm sorry you found out that way. I'm sorry your friend told you. I'm sorry I matched with a friend. It's just something that happened. And Dr. Viviana was like, it didn't just happen. It didn't just show up on your fucking phone. You downloaded it for a reason. You started using it for a reason. It didn't just happen. He never apologized for ever downloading and doing anything. He just didn't. Like he never felt he did anything wrong. So he still doesn't seem like he did anything. He doesn't think he did anything wrong. I don't know why he would feel that way. Maybe we'll find out in the reunion, but it was a no, a hard no from both of them. Easy no. Next, it was Michaela and Zach. Zach ain't worth the fuck. At least not in this act. He may be a great person in a lot of the things he does, but in this area right here, he ain't worth a fuck. When they got there, and they're all smiling and giddy and happy, you know, it's just so good. They look so sweet. If you didn't watch the show this season, you would be like, oh my God, they're adorable. Oh, they're so sweet. It would be like this. But if you watch it, so you know, like, these motherfuckers is crazy. If you watched it. And he starts talking, and they're asking him, and he is just complimenting her, telling her how great she is, how amazing Michaela is. He's crying, he's bawling, he's so emotional about Michaela. And I'm sitting here watching, and I'm like, this motherfucker is building her up to drop her hard as fuck. I knew, because he had been saying for the past couple of weeks, I'm going to say no. He said, we're going to say no on decision day, get divorced, and then we'll start dating and see how it goes then. Which was a dumb idea. Because Michaela was said correctly in the beginning that I'm going to be the same person after the divorce that I am before it. So what more do you need to learn? And he said, I want to just divorce the past 8 weeks. Okay, if you want to do that, you say, yes, I want to stay married, but I want to forget the past 8 weeks. You don't say, no, I want to get rid of the past 8 weeks, but we'll still, no is no. And Pastor Cal told him that. If you say no, there is no, but let's do, it's like, it's yes, but let's do stuff. There isn't a no, but let's do, it's like, no. Yes can come with caveats. No don't come with caveats. No means kiss my ass, fuck you, bye. Yes mean like, yes, I want to do this. We just need to work on this. We need to do this and try this. Yes comes with the extras. No don't. No like, go to hell. I'm out of here. Zach didn't see that. And Michaela didn't see that. Well, she said she saw it at first. But I think after the last episode when they were all talking together, the couples, and what Bao was saying, I think Michaela was kind of like, yeah, that is dumb. So Michaela said yes. Zach said no. Zach said the worst no ever. I mean, if you didn't watch it, but you probably did, he built her up, put her on a pedestal, just to kick the motherfucker off from up under her. It was like, that is so horrible. Just a no. But a no with all this extra, it was even worse. Because you made her feel special. You made her feel loved. You made her feel wanted. And then you came about and said, I don't want you. That's that bullshit. He was trying so hard to be a good guy at that moment that all he did was be a monster. Zach ain't shit. And then Michaela afterwards was like, when they had a group meetup afterwards, she was like, I kind of understand what he said. I think it was the next day. No, Michaela, it was just as stupid. Zach embarrassed himself, and he made Michaela look 1,000,000 times better. He ain't worth a fuck. Next is Rachel and Jose. Rachel and Jose, they both said yes. Jose still refuses to apologize for what he did. I think they're not going to make it long term. I think by the reunion they'll still be together, but not too much after that. Because Jose's kind of an ass and kind of selfish and self-centered. It's all about him and what he can do and what he's going to do in his life. And Rachel wants to do her own thing. And her own thing very often clash, especially when it comes to trips. You know, I don't know if Jose gonna like Summer Rachel. Because Summer Rachel be leaving the country. Summer Rachel is single. Shit. But Jose still refuses to acknowledge that he did anything wrong. He thinks he overreacted. That's it. You didn't just overreact. You went fucking crazy. You lost your goddamn mind. He clearly don't love. You don't lock somebody you love out the house. Not only do you lock them out the house, go to sleep like nothing's wrong. And then the next day act like whatever. If I lock someone out, I'm extremely I've never done it. But if it's like you lock me out, it's like I'm extremely apologetic. They would get sick of me apologizing for it. Especially if it was an accident. If it wasn't an accident, I ain't gonna say shit, just like Jose. They said yes, stupidly. And I think that was it. They met up the next day. I don't know why. Just to talk about how, they bonded. They went through a unique experience together. All that whole producer fed line they say every season. Like, oh, we've done this. I made great friends. We all in this together. No one else can relate to us. Bullshit. It's probably true, but it's cliche bullshit. Yeah. Gil told everybody that him and Marilyn had consummated. Marilyn still like she didn't want nobody to know that. Johnny said, he's ready for the next relationship wherever it may go, and he knows that he's been battle tested. Zach still trying to look like a good guy, failing miserably. He doesn't want to admit that was some bullshit he did, or he's talking out of his ass. He's like, oh, I don't want to hurt her feelings, but I don't want to be with her, but I don't want her to feel bad. It was just, he's a dumbass. I think that's it. They showed a preview for the reunion. That looks stupidly dramatic. Something wrong with Gil. I don't know what happened to Gil. He grew his beard out, so I don't know if he got fired as a firefighter or if he got promoted. But if you get promoted, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to wear a mask. So I don't know what is going on with any of them. It looks like Bao and Johnny are taking shots at each other. Michaela is pissed at Zach. As pissed as one person can get. And her sister is there with her. And her sister is, if you brought your sister with you, that means you finna go the fuck off. And you need somebody to hold you back. So, I'm ready for the reunion because the decision day was pretty obvious. The only thing that I think really surprised me was Johnny saying yes. But I'm pretty sure if Bao would have went first and said no, Johnny would have been like no. It came down to who went first in that situation. But, the show was really dragged out. They had a lot of fluff, a lot of recaps, and it wasn't necessary. And what was great was when Michaela and Zach, after they left, the experts were like, you heard this bullshit this dude's That was real. That was the most realist thing of this reality show. Was after Zach left and Michaela left, the experts looking around like, did you hear this bullshit this man was talking about? He's like, you gonna be single tomorrow. We gonna get divorced, but I'm gonna still be with you. They're like, no, you gonna get divorced, you're gonna be single. Cause when you done, she done. And he trying to be a good guy. And came across as a complete asshole. So I'm just excited to see the reunion. I hope y'all are too. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It's a pretty short episode, but I am tired. And I do need to go work. And I do need to go grocery shopping. I do need to clean my house up for visitors for the holidays next week. But hey, this has been my review. Those have been my thoughts. What are yours? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see y'all later, man. Hey, peace.